was done. Okay, good morning, Bantu Knot. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Amari B, and it is Black History Month. So if you're Black or of African descent, I need you one time for the 400 years of oppression. Yes, for the Black culture. Yes, for all the melanin that's everywhere in this world. That's beautiful. No matter what. Yes, for the nappy roots. Yes, this episode I do not have any makeup in my face because I'm unapologetically Black. Yes, and I have my hair as natural as it can possibly be as it grows out of my scalp. I did a Bantu knot, but hey, it's still me. It's still my hair. I'm still real. Good morning. And so I have my I'm upset shirt because they swear every Black woman in America is mad. But after this discussion, hopefully I'll be able to change some of those stigmas. Just because I am a Black woman does not mean you can classify me within my own race. Like, of course not. And I just want to really thank everyone for helping us in our community to get to 100 subscribers in 1 month. Yes, thank you so much for everyone who subscribed to my YouTube channel. You all do not know how freaking excited I am to know that I have people supporting me. Like, I might not even know you, but I just thank you for believing in me. And I promise you, when I go to the next level, it's gonna be so beneficial for everyone in my community. So just make sure you stay along because I'm still gonna have giveaways and stuff. But thank you, 100 subscribers. Like, whoa, I was telling you the other day, I'm so geeked. I'm just excited and I'm nervous because I just want to continue to do right by you all so I can have 1,000 subscribers, 101,000 subscribers. I just want to thank everyone for subscribing to the community and to the channel. Make sure you go ahead and like this video. Make sure you go ahead and comment any of your thoughts in regards to Black women in America. BWI. Let's get it. Being a Black woman in America is one of the hardest, most humblest honors that I could even think about being delegated or given or even born into. A lot of other races look down on Black women, and it's crazy because we were described and made into this way of thinking and in this way of classification just because of the tone of my voice, just because I'm darker, or a lot of these things just made or automatically set Black women up for failure. What we must do as Black women in America, we must erase these stigmas and continue to erase all of this negative traction that's coming around Black women. Like, I need everyone to realize that if it wasn't for the Black woman, where would this country be? Just knowing that people, and when I say people, I mean all people, automatic has the assumption of how we should be classified. Even the people in our own ethnicity, or I'll say the men that we confide in, look to for protection, look down upon Black women. A lot of Black men don't protect Black women, and that's sad. I've had multiple occasions where I was in unhealthy relationships and I was not treated or looked at as a Black queen. I was looked at as a Black bitch. And I excuse my language, but that's the truth. And for us to be automatically looked at as in a certain way since the 1800s, it's really hard to remove that thought and that description. I know when I was a child, because I grew up in the South, I grew up in Alabama, so however you imagine Alabama, that's exactly what it is. And it's crazy because I was classified as a mammy as a child. My great-grandmother, who used that term loosely because she knew the definition behind it, she called me Mammy, and that was a name that still sticks to this day. I know some of my relatives may call me that name when I go back home. It's not a lot of them, but that is a nickname that I got being a dark-skinned child at birth. Mammy? Ma'am, what do you mean? What is a mammy? Not knowing that a mammy was basically a servant or a housemaid who took care of the white family and the white children. Why would she call me that? Like, do I look like I want to clean up after somebody else's kids? Does that look like that's me? I don't know. That's kind of... And a mammy was only good for either cooking, cleaning, or caring for white children. Basically coining the term cleanup woman. So basically, I'm an unattractive black woman, overweight woman who is supposed to be a servant for white people. Unfortunately not. And thank God that, well, I am happy that that is not my reality and that's not what I do, because I don't know how I would be able to do it, to be able to care for someone who does not respect me as a human being. This is where the dark-skinned is bad or is ugly or is not attractive started to play in the 1800s, because they made mammies or black women who were healthy or overweight, made them seem as if they were sexless or as if they were not sexually desirable. And I think that still holds some type of stereotype towards plus size women in America now, because everybody automatically assumes because you're a plus size, you're unattractive, or you can't get anyone, or no one will be attracted towards you. Baby, look, I hate to be the person to come and tell you, but baby, you better have some meat on them bones, okay? I hate for people to judge a woman because of the way she is shaped. Like, unfortunately, I didn't grow up with Dr. Miami money. I grew up cornbread fed. And the way in which this cornbread and collard greens and cabbage and rice and peas have shaped me, I am not mad. I am honestly comfortable. This stereotype, as I stated, define mammies as sexless or sexually undesirable, causing rape to go unnoticed, because this higher being stated that because I look like this, I don't even have natural human born rights. And that's shameful. I am glad that I was not living then, or if I was, I know that my ancestor spirit is looking down on me, because she was one of the ones who was cast away with because she could not hold her mouth, because she would not change herself to be a slave. Like, what? I am so happy of the way in which we've proved white America wrong. I'm sorry, I am here to say that, but I am appreciative that we no longer have to suffer as much as we had to suffer before, because it's just plain ridiculous. Like, you want me to come from my foreign land, then you judge me in my natural habitat based upon the way in which I look or the way in which I carry myself, because I'm comfortable with myself. The term Jazebel coined from when the Europeans traveled to Africa and they discovered Africans who were comfortable in their nudity and defined them as lewd or loose And unlike the Mammy, a Jazebel had the reputation of being sexually promiscuous or sexually seductive. This is what really caused a misunderstanding in the Black woman's sexuality, because it's not even possible for us to express ourselves sexually without being defined as a hoe. It made it okay for white slave owners to have sex with their Black slaves and reproduce fair-skinned or fair-complexioned children. Crazy, because rape was not looked at or taken seriously when it came from the mouth of a Black woman, or if it was because of the experience that a Black woman had. You're telling me that my owner, basically allowed me to have sex with him. And we all know that that is not the truth. That is not how things went. That is not how things happen. So when these fair complected children start popping up everywhere, everyone act as if it was a taboo, or this is something that just popped out of the blue. No, sir. You know what you were doing. You looked at us as if we were property and made it seem as if you all could do whatever you wanted to do, however you wanted to do it. After a lot of white men used to support Black women and their children financially in exchange for sexual services. So you're telling me John is taking care of me because I'm sucking him or laying with him each and every night, and he's putting food on my table. So I know that I'm not there, and I know I was not there, but being the woman that I am now, being the Black woman in America that I am now, that is not something that I would settle for. I would have to be a mammy. I would have to be a servant, because there is no way that this person could take advantage of me, or I would be comfortable with this person taking advantage of me just so that I would be able to provide.
Every Black woman in America is not angry.
Every Black woman in America does not have an attitude. Aggressive. And I say that to say everyone automatically assumes that we have attitudes, and that's not even the case. Sometimes I'm actually being a human being and I'm feeling an emotion, and just because I feel an emotion or have a reaction does not mean I have an attitude. I have had many discussions, many disagreements with the people that I've come encounter with, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's work, whether it's in school, whether it's a teacher, a mentor, here and there. They automatically assume that I have an attitude just because I don't take shit. Just because I'm woman enough to stand up for myself and articulate correctly how I feel and what I have to say does not mean I have an attitude. I just mean what I say, and I'm going to say what I mean. And being or maturing as a woman, I really came to the realization that you just cannot care about what people say and how people say it, or how people look at you and how people judge you, because you're always going to be judged. I'm even judged by other Black women because I stand behind how I feel, or what's right, or what I know. And I'm the type of woman where I could take the feeling out of it and treat you exactly in how and in the way in which you should be treated. And because I am honest, I'm looked at as being a bitch, and I am not a bitch. Wouldn't you rather for me to be real with you and tell you exactly what's going on? Or would you really want me to play with you, and would you really want me to sugarcoat shit for you just so that you could feel better about yourself? And I'm doing a better job of bullshitting people or letting people not letting people get the full reaction out of me, but I just want people to know that I'm unapologetically black, and I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. I'm not the type of woman to bite my tongue, because you're not the type of person to bite your tongue before you come at me. So I just really believe black women are really honest, and I believe black women are comfortable in themselves, and that's why we get a lot of slack. And I feel like that's another reason why we come at each other a lot. And that's one thing, as a black influencer, as a black business owner, as a black woman in this community, I just challenge every black woman to respect the next black woman. You don't have to be fake or phony with a person. You could just be real. I'm not saying you have to fake friend or do this and do that, because I'm not. Good morning. But what I'm saying is, do your duty, do your justice, and however, in whatever way you feel like you do your justice, and you do right by the next black woman. And you don't have to go and get 1,000 new friends just because they're black and just because they're a woman. But I really just challenge us to boss up. Like, it's Boss Up 2019, and with us bossing up, we must come together first as a community to get on the same page so that we can hit the same avenue. I want every black woman in America to have a perfect credit score. I want every black woman in America to have damn near houses with income coming in and residual income coming in. I want every black woman in America to do them. Like, I may not be personal with you, or I may not be there with you throughout the whole journey, but I just want everyone to boss up in 2019, because the way that we are financially crippled and the way in which we are put against each other, I really think it's time to just go ahead and do away with all of these terms and stereotypes that people depicted upon us in the 1800s. And let's go ahead and continue to be the dominating female race. I want us to be more accountable for the things that have happened in our past, and just understand that things happen, but we have to get up, put our big girl panties on, and keep pushing and keep moving, so that we can live the way in which our ancestors desired to live. They gave up a lot for us, and I really feel like us coming together as black women in America, we can do no wrong. We have the sky, and the sky is truly the limit. And if you're watching this and you're a black woman in America, I want you to comment #BossUp2019. And if you're a man, or you're a woman of any other race, and you are willing to boss up in 2019 to empower yourself and do better, go ahead and comment BossUp2019. And anything that you do, #BossUp2019, because we're taking accountability for the things that we have going on and our success. Like, no one can be successful for you but you, and we really have to channel our inner Rosa Parks, our inner Mary McLeod Bethune, our inner Harriet Tubman, our inner Coretta Scott King, and we really have to be those phenomenal women that they were, with the courage and the pride that they had to be unapologetically black back in those times. Now, racism isn't fully disclosed, or it's not in your face, and a lot of the lanes has been open for us, so we need to fully take advantage of the resources that are out in the world. I know that I am a business owner, and I never thought that I would say that, but I am a black woman in business, and I want every woman to realize that you can get there too. You just have to understand what you're good at, put your passion and your might behind it, and I promise you everything will play out for you. We really have to become more intentional and take the initiative to get to where we want to be. We can't sit and say, oh, my people has suffered for 400 years of oppression, if we're not doing anything to become unoppressed. I don't want to have to go to the bank where I'm being judged. I want to be able to go in the bank and say, hey, here, this is $100,000. Go ahead and open me an account and sit that there. Or how are you doing, CEO of this bank? I would like to purchase your bank because I have the funds. Good morning. I really want everyone to have that $1 billion mindset. Like $1 million. I probably made $1 million in my lifetime already. And I spent it and it's gone. And now I am being more intentional about having concrete evidence of my success in my work. So we have to make sacrifices now so that 6 months from now we're in a better position and we have a clear understanding of where we're trying to go. So with all this being said, I just want to continue to encourage Black women in America to keep stepping our game up. 2019, we're bossing up. That's it. It's what? You sad? You mad? Oh, that's not us. That's not what we're going to do. In 2019, we're going to continuously boss up. We're going to realize where we were. And now, going forward, we're moving towards where we want to be. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank you all for watching this Black Woman in America video. And I just want to know that I love you all and that you all are beautiful. And my Black is beautiful. Your Black is beautiful. Our Black is beautiful. I want to thank you all for subscribing to my channel. I want you all to be blessed and make sure that you stay tuned for the rest.